Cars, or door slammers in drag racing parlance. They run on the most powerful fuels and come in all shapes and sizes and vintages. Dave Mingay of Chigwell in Essex is driving a Vauxhall Calibra, the first outing here for a brand new car costing £55,000 to put on the track, and also carrying our onboard camera. Well, Dave, this is the car that Vauxhall launched as something special for the 90s. You clearly decided that it needed a little bit more special.
Yeah, that's right. It's a very aerodynamic shape, so I like the look of it, so I decided to use one of these things. But of course, we've changed a few things, as you can see by looking around it. We've put an 8.2 litre engine in the thing, a racing transmission, and she accelerates from 0 to 60 in about 0.7 of a second.
Now, unlike the top fuelers, the Formula One cars, as it were, you've got, as you say, you've got to change gear as you go along. How difficult does that make it for you?
It makes the car a bit more twitchy to drive because, of course, I can only use one hand on the wheel because I have 3 gear changes to make on the way down. And trying to drive one of these things one-handed at about 190 miles an hour, it can get a bit hairy sometimes.
So let's just ride with top Pro Mod driver Dave Mingay to see how many actions he has to accomplish in an 8-second pass. Up to the start line. He's already in first. He changes to second, changes into third, changes into top, and flies right the way through the quarter mile, goes through the fishing gantry, and out comes the parachute release. That's the end of the quarter. Off goes the engine. So completing the burnouts under the tower, 2 British cars, both fitted with large American engines. In the left-hand lane, we have Dave Pollen with the Pollen Count car. Dave from Edmonton in London, 510 cubic inch Chevrolet engine. He was our number 6 qualifier with a run of 880. And our camera car, Dave Mingay, sits with the onboard camera in the Vauxhall Calibra. He qualified in the number 3 position with a run of 825. Problems on the start line for everybody there. Dave Mingay fails on the start line and pulls a red light. So that's going to take a wee bit of sorting out.
Well, Dave, what went wrong there?
We activated the nitrous oxide system for the first time, which gives us an extra 300 horsepower boost for race day. And the car's new, everything's new, something in the electronic system has failed, and it just coughed and died on the start line. Fortunately, my opponent pulled a red light, which means he's automatically disqualified. So although I didn't complete the quarter mile, by going about a foot and then stopping, I've actually won the race.
Well, Tim Cook completes his burnout, coming out alongside Dave Mingay. Dave Mingay in the